On today's show, we are talking about some of the news to come out of last week's San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay, so as Dan said in the intro, last week was San Diego Comic-Con. However, we are filming this episode on the last day of Comic-Con. So if we have missed something, I do apologise, but I'm pretty sure everything's been covered.
I remember we did a very similar thing at New York Comic-Con. We were filming it on the last day, and when we stopped filming, all this crazy shit was announced.
As we were filming, it was all just coming up as like, oh my god, this has happened.
This just in.
Yeah, but hopefully that's not happening again. So we're going to talk about comics first. Comic-Con is not the place for comic book announcements,
Not really.
They tend to keep that now to Chicago and New York Comic-Con. But having said that, there was one thing that kind of caught our eye, and that is that Kieran Gillen will be teaming with Adam Kubert to do Wolverine Origins 2. Now, if you go back to our Wednesday episode this week, we talked about Origins, and we talked about our kind of dislike of this story. So, dare I ask, what do you think of the idea of an Origins 2, seeing as how Kieran Gillen's writing it?
Well, I don't know, because Origins 2 could just mean has some of the same characters. But the thing is, all the stuff that's wrong with Origins is in that book. Do you know what I mean? Like, all that early story is the main part of the problem.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the characters in it, really, or, you know, and I suppose it's got stuff to do with the continuity. What I'm trying to say is that it could very easily be good. Do you know? But I'm not really into the Origins continuity, so it doesn't make me very excited. And as I already alluded to, I have enjoyed Andy Kubert's art in the past, but it's usually sort of hit or miss for me. So not tremendously excited, but not like, oh, this shouldn't ever happen either.
I mean, that was literally the only bit of comic book news to come out of Comic-Con.
There was
really.
the guy who drew Lock and Key who's doing Nemo in Slumberland. Did you see the image for that?
No.
That looked nice and interesting.
I've never heard of Nemo and
No, I think it's
so there really wasn't a lot of comic book news, but yeah, I'm not that excited for this. I like Kieran Gillen and I like Adam Kubert, but yeah, this story's just not one I need to hear, as I said on Wednesday's episode.
All right, let me talk about something that I'm so excited about.
Talk to me about it, Dan.
We have spoken quite a bit about the DC animated films.
Yes, we
and
have.
how they're very, very good.
We've got 2 more coming out in the next kind of 6
Flashpoint
months.
is coming soon, and then Justice League War.
Which is the new 52 first 6 issues of the Justice League, which we loved.
And so they announced 2 more that were coming out, one of which was Batman and Son, which is Grant Morrison's introductory
And Adam Kubert.
Damian arc, which I adore.
Yep.
I adore Damian, for those of you that don't know. And so, in death, he's returning. Like, if we got that whole, the idea of seeing a voice acted Damian, I'm in.
What if he's all like, "Hey, I'm Damian." Oh, you'd still love it. You'd still love it.
So I'm super excited about that. The other one was they're doing an Arkham, in the game universe, like the Arkham City, Arkham Asylum. They're doing an animated film based in that universe. I don't know if it's going to be animated differently because of that, or if it's
I was wondering that if they're going to go for the computer CGI style, or
they could do it, but it'd be a little weird.
That's going to take time as well.
Take good old time. But like other companies, like Final Fantasy, they did 2 films like that.
That's very true.
But it did obviously take them a long time. So are you excited for these?
I'm excited for both of them. I've heard a lot of complaints of people saying like, well, why are we doing 2 back-to-back films based in the Gotham universe?
Because people love Batman.
Because people love Batman. That's the simple answer, I do agree, like, for the hardcore comic book fan and for the hardcore animated fan, we've got a lot of Batman stories, and I would kind of like to see them go a little bit outside of that Batman universe. But having said that, I'm very excited for both of these projects. So
they just haven't had much success doing that. I mean, the Green Lantern ones are okay, but they weren't wonderful. Like, the best stuff they've done has been Batman, so you gotta stick with
Superman ones were awful, by the way. Just saying. So yeah, I'm very excited for that as well.
Sweet.
So moving on to TV news, there's obviously Comic-Con's gotten really big on the TV front. We now have Game of Thrones panels and Breaking Bad panels. But this is a comic book show, so we're going to talk about the comic book-based TV shows. The first one we're going to talk about is we got the Season 4 trailer for The Walking Dead, which we'll put a link to in the descriptions down below. Dan, did this get you all tingly?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one of those people who turned off by the end of the third season either. Like, I loved the end of the third season. I don't think it definitely wasn't as strong as the beginning of the third season, and there was definitely a lull somewhere between episodes 6 and 10 where it was just like, was it 10? It's more than 10, isn't it?
It's 12. I'm looking at Stephen. He watched it with me.
Well, there's definitely a lull somewhere between halfway and the end where it felt like 1 or 2 episodes.
When they went
off
for a season break,
and
they came back, they kind of lose a bit of momentum.
But I still loved the ending, and watching this trailer, just like just so into it. Love it.
Yeah, this looks like a really exciting direction to take The Walking Dead in that they haven't for a while. So yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to that. The other bit of TV news we have is from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. panel. These are the things that make us jealous people didn't go to Comic-Con. And that is, they showed the pilot episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
The whole one.
The whole one. It's a very scouse week for Dan.
The thing is, even if someone had have filmed it and put it on the internet, I wouldn't watch it.
No, I wouldn't have watched that.
So it just makes me sad.
So yeah, they got to see the whole first episode. Reviews are coming out like crazy. People saying it was amazing. I'm not sure whether that was just the buzz of, haha, we get to see it and you don't. Or it genuinely was amazing. But we can only hope so. And it comes out on September 24th. I just can't speak anymore. You excited? Obviously excited.
Super excited.
Obviously excited.
I can't wait. Like, and it's
who can?
It's just like, it's not far away, but it feels like decades because I want it in my eye hole so much.
Yeah. That's fair enough. I'm super excited for this.
Okay, let's talk films.
Yes, we'll start with Marvel.
Start with Marvel. We now have the official title for the next Avengers film.
Yep.
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
What?
Which took everyone by surprise because obviously we thought it was going to be an Infinity Gauntlet thing. People, we had rundowns of what the plot could be, and all the stuff about the rings and the Infinity Rings, and Loki's scepter was the mind Infinity Gem, and all this crazy stuff. Nope, Age of Ultron.
Fuck you. No. I feel as though Joss Whedon's gone, fuck off. We're doing this instead. How do you like that? Are you excited by this?
Yeah, like Ultron. I like Ultron quite a bit.
You weren't fussed on the first issue.
I didn't mind it. You weren't fussed on it.
No, that's very true. I wasn't fussed. But I'm going to read the trade. I'm especially going to read the trade now. I was anyway, but of course I am now. And I'm going to hope that it's awesome. I'm really excited for this. Great move. And I love the idea that because Ant-Man is the film coming after the Avengers, and Edgar Wright, who, for those who don't know, is like my favourite director ever, he is directing that and writing it with Joe Cornish. They're obviously going to have collabed with Joss Whedon, and just the idea of those conversations going on just made me so happy that those two people could be in the same room at the same time talking about comic books. That's just exciting.
And if we have sort of, maybe Thanos could be pulling the strings, he's probably going to have an involvement in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, so it's probably an eventual setup for the third Avengers film and Thanos being the sort of
we did get a look at the cast of Guardians all together for the first time. We got some new concept art. Concept art looked good. That film seems to be moving forward. Excited for it? Yep, same. Again, it's just exciting times.
And speaking of exciting times, if you want to, in fact, can we put a clip?
I don't think we can.
No?
No, we don't do clips on this show.
No. Of us predicting what this news was, because we said shouldn't be a Justice League film, should be a Batman Superman film.
Yeah.
And lo and behold,
Batman Superman 2015.
We're getting a Batman Superman film.
It's actually Man of Steel 2, Batman Superman. Right. So it's going to have all the same cast as Man of Steel. Obviously, Batman is yet to be cast in the DC universe again. And we've got Zack Snyder returning as director and David S. Goyer returning as writer. You didn't like Man of Steel?
Yeah, I hated Man of Steel, like, with a burning fury. So this is a weird one for me because
you should be excited.
I should be, and I was so super excited for Man of Steel. Like, I almost wept when I saw the first teaser trailer.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm sort of in a weird place right now because that news before Man of Steel hit would have excited me to no end. But Zack Snyder has let me down so many times and so profoundly that I really have no faith in him anymore. So all I can do is sort of hope. I mean, when the trailer hits, I'll probably squeal just as loud as anyone else, but still sort of weird for me. You don't have that problem.
No, not at all. I love Man of Steel with a burning passion. Still do. And my love for it goes stronger every day that passes. And I saw the...
Shit.
Say again?
Steven,
no, Stephen hasn't seen it.
No,
he hasn't seen it. Don't talk to the camera, Chris. Back in your corner. Yeah, so, I saw the announcement of this and I squealed like a little girl. Like everyone else at Comic-Con did. I was so excited for this. And of course, the other major film news to come out of that is 2016 will be the Flash film and 2017 will be the Justice League film.
Sweet.
So they're pushing it all back, which is fantastic. And they look like they're going down the Marvel cinematic route.
Sweet. Well, let me know. What do you think? Not Stephen. You at home. What you think?
Just him. Supposedly, I don't want to know.
Of all this week's news. Let's get some debate going. What do you think? Good news? Bad news?
I don't know. Is it? What? Also, tell us on Twitter at Comic Book Show 1.
Indeed, and that is all from us this week. We hope you enjoyed this week's episodes, and we will see you next week for some more.